very concerned about what's going on with Hillary Clinton. I saw some bits and pieces of an interview where she was on some kind of show. And, well, let's just say that she was saying, like, words that are very promotional towards a war starting between the U.S. and Russia. Now, during Trump times, Trump was causing some really bad stuff to happen between the U.S. and China, and there were hate crimes against Chinese because of him constantly saying the China virus. Now we have Joe Biden, which is, is Joe Biden, and he's causing issues with Russia. But the problem is, when you have someone like Hillary Clinton, and people unfortunately don't really believe how much power she still holds every time she goes on one of those interviews, because people used to really like her and wanted her to be the president. But she gave us Trump, and that was a gift. And Trump gave us Biden, and that was another gift. But when someone like her goes on whatever show and people still listen to her, then you shouldn't listen to her. And she starts saying words like, have you seen those people over there? And she doesn't say, oh, the Russian government is dangerous, or Putin is dangerous, although she does say that he is dangerous in general. But she says the Russians are dangerous, and that in the modern world is stupid. It's just stupid. We all know that the Russians are not our enemies, the Chinese are not our enemies, and Americans are not the enemies of any other countries. So we've just lost our way. We just don't have any power left as constituents in our government. We wanted Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders had won. We all know that. But with Hillary Clinton, she's the one that started it all. She's the one who's really started the messing up of the United States. She just couldn't get over the fact that nobody really wanted to vote for her, not because she's a woman, but because she's a horrible person to be in power. She's just power hungry like you wouldn't believe. And I've never liked her. She creeps me out in ways that are unbelievable. And we are in a situation here where we don't want to have either Trump or Biden in the White House. We've seen both of our leaderships. They've been tested. They've been found wanting, both of them. I'm not saying that neither of them have done anything positive. That would be hypocritical. That would be stupid. Trump has done some decent things for, I'm not going to go into the details and stuff, but if you are somebody with a good mind, a good head on your shoulders, you know that Trump has done some good things. Biden has also done some good things. But neither of them have a leadership that is what the United States needs. And we don't need another 4 years of, if Biden wins or Trump wins, we're going to have another 4 years of the other side being absolutely intolerable, and then the other side being tolerable in the other sense, as in, like, you see, we won, blah, 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 blah. And then the divide that those two people have created is just unbelievable, and it needs to stop, and it won't stop until those two people are out of office. So as much as I really don't like the idea of Kamala being in power, but she would be, if Biden chooses to be smart and steps down, she would be an unelected by the special interest president. And so that is a good thing, you know, if you want to say, I mean, she was not elected by the special interests in that case. It's just that she takes over the position. I think that in a way is better than have either Trump or Biden in power. And that's because when two kindergartners can't figure out who's supposed to hold the scepter, you know, either the scepter of power or, you know, like kids, they'll fight over toys, right? No, I want the block. No, I want the block. Somebody needs to step in and say, you know what? The American people are done with you two and your fights and whatever it is and how you're dividing the country. And we are choosing simply to choose option B, which in this case is to stop the election process for a little while and just have Kamala take over, and for 4 years we can be more peaceful, because it's neither one polarizing character or the other polarizing character, and we have somebody that is, okay, not ideal, but at the very least was not elected, because we all know that our election systems can only provide us with the most, you know, polarizing characters. You know, if in this election, and we're seeing this by the polls, and we're seeing how people are responding to the new possibilities out there. We've got Newsom, which isn't running, but he could be a possibility. We've got JFK, which would be pretty great. He's kind of the vanilla that you need in a way. He's not totally, you know, right or totally left. He's somewhere in the middle. We've got Vivek Ramaswamy. We've got, I don't know, Chris Christie, Nikki Haley. We've got, I mean, Pence. Oh boy. Anyway, so there's some options out there. There's some options out there, but you know we won't get any of those. And what we'll get for sure, it's like, you know, is it going to be another Trump versus Biden? And so under those circumstances, I think the best thing for Biden to do would be to step down and say, you know, I think what the country needs is something different. And Kamala seems to be the only option that we have right now, which isn't as polarizing as the other two. And then people are going to go like, oh, but then if you do that, then she won't be the first elected president. You know what? There's never a good time in life to tell somebody that they're dying. There's never a good time to break up with somebody. There's never a good time to tell somebody you're fired. And there's never going to be a good time for there to be a female president. And so if we don't have one now, we probably won't have one ever, maybe, because that's been the trend. So for all those people who are like, no, we want the you know, the president to be elected, the first female president to be elected in the proper process or whatever, and I'm like, how much do you care about that compared to what's going on right now, and why don't we just fix what we have? And also with the advent of AI, how much do you believe there's going to be a fair election? We've never had a situation where AI has been as prominent and as complex as it is now. And can we believe in a fair election with what's going on with AI? I leave it up to you guys. Take care.